Hey guys, my name is River Waves, and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Ooh, big head on the bed.
I know that you like me. Kiss me with your eyes closed. Kiss me with your eyes closed. Kiss me with your eyes. I know that you're.
This is gonna be a really hard video in a way for me to come out with, but I think it's time, and I'm hoping to reach the right people to maybe help somebody who might be going through this situation. I made a decision on February 6th of 2025 that I was going to come out with something that would be drastically life-changing. So yeah, I made that decision, like I said, on February 6th, 2025, that today I'd come out with this video, April 9th, 2025, as it is the day that I turn 18. And yeah, about 6 or 7 months ago, I had gotten out of a very toxic, mentally, emotionally, and physically abusive relationship. I do not plan on releasing any names. No reports were ever made because I wasn't ready to talk about it. And by the time that I was ready, I was told that it was too late to make a report. So I'm really not sure how to put into words what I went through, and I cannot explain in any form of way what it is like to be harmed physically, mentally, or emotionally by the person that is supposed to love you and protect you. In a way, I guess I didn't really I guess I didn't really to be like, I didn't find myself to be making this video. Like, I didn't expect myself to actually, film it, and that is what makes this really hard, because honestly, I was debating on not doing it, and then something just clicked. I want my story out there. I want the truth to be told. And no matter how perfect I made this man out to be, and yes, I posted him on pretty much every social platform possible, I need people to know that you really don't know what goes on behind the camera. He screamed at me. He slapped me in the face. And he did end up sexually assaulting me. One of those incidents where I would say the verbal and mental abuse and emotional abuse came in was one of the times when I wanted to hang out with him, and he tried to ditch to go hang out with his friends, which he did a lot, and normally I didn't care. But this time around, for specific reasons, because I was going through things mentally, I just needed him to be there. So I tried to talk to him about it, and he ended up screaming in my face and guilt-tripping the hell out of me. Another incident was when me and him were talking about something, and his mom had ordered pizza, and he had made a comment about me being wasteful. I have an eating disorder, and I'm lactose intolerant. I also have a mild gluten allergy, but the part that really affects me is my lactose intolerance. So when he was calling me wasteful, he was talking about how I would take the cheese off my pizza. And I don't do this all the time, like, just when I don't think it's a good idea to be eating dairy. And me and him had gotten into a little bit of an argument about it because he said that I had done it every time, and I'm like, no, I don't. And he's like, yeah, you do, and he ended up slapping me. I did attempt to record what was going on, and he caught me before, like he paused and seen my phone and was like, you're recording. There were multiple times where I had went to his mom about this kind of stuff, and she would just brush it off. I mentioned after mine and his relationship, he went and lied about me to everybody, including his mother. Tried saying that I was texting other people to get his mom to harass me. She was making comments under my Facebook posts and stuff like that. So yeah, I was too afraid to reach out to my parents or my friends because he had manipulated me into thinking that if I did not have him, I had nobody. He made me cut off all my friends and distance myself from my family, and it took a toll on me. So I truly did believe that if I did not have him, I had absolutely nobody. There's not really much I can say about the situation as of right now. The sexual assault took place when neither of his parents were home, and he lived with his mom and his stepdad at the time. His brother was living with him, but his brother was locked up for supposedly hitting his girlfriend, and I'm not sure whether or not I believe that due to the fact that he had put me through some shit. So I didn't know if his brother could be like that, but I also don't want to point fingers or take sides because I don't know the true story about what happened. Keep in mind his girlfriend was pregnant during this, and yeah, I struggle with communication. And I struggled with it even worse at this period of time in my life because of all the psychological abuse that I was going through. I was shaking my head like, no, I don't want to keep going. I did tell him originally that I wanted to. And then prior to me even going over there, I told him I did not want to. And then he broke up with me. Another thing that happened, he did end up manipulating me into sending pictures, if you will, to him. I'm not going to describe what type of pictures or anything of such, but that was another reason that I was afraid to come out about any of this prior to me being 18, because I knew that he was going to try to gaslight me with them. Might I add that after he turned 18, this stuff kept happening, and I still didn't come forward. He also did attempt to try to force a kid on me by saying that if I did not want to have kids with him, that he would not stay, that he would leave. He was trying to baby trap me, and that's really fucked up, but even after that, I still stayed because, once again, I was convinced that if I didn't have him, I didn't have anything. And then got back with me and manipulated me into saying yes. This is not the first time he's done that. Anytime that he wanted to do things, I was not ready for them, and he would manipulate me and beg me and all that other fun stuff until I would say yes. And then when I was trying to tell him no because I was going like this with my head, he went silent and just kept going. By the end of it, I was blaming myself and crying, and he was holding me. Another thing that I did forget to mention is that he did twist my ex's words and tried to lie and tell everybody that I had slept with my ex, and then turned around and lied about it. He tried making threats and using other people as threats, and would try to get other people to hate me so that way they would come after me. So yeah, he was just a really fucking shitty person. So, but yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say about all of it, but I am gonna release the screenshots and that video. So yeah, if anybody else is going through this, please reach out and get fucking help. I don't care if it's some random stranger across the street, you need to say something. Because there's a point where saying something will not do anything. So you need to reach out as soon as you possibly can. I'm sorry to anybody who's going through this. The video is getting ready to get cut short, so I'm sorry about that. But, bye.
I know that you like me. Kiss me with your eyes closed.